I left school at 18. I was hopeless at school. I mean, academically, completely useless. But I always had an inquiring mind, and I always loved film and story, and read a lot, theatre, and all those things, and always loved them. But the biggest hump of all was that I came from a very academic family, but I'm not academic at all. So my elder brother, right, doctor of economics, right, next elder brother, doctor of history, younger sister, right, doctor of archaeology, right, here, Dimbo, doesn't have anything, right? So it took me until my late 20s to realise that you didn't have to have letters after your name to write. Okay, and that is the big thing. I think there's a big stumbling block for people. So you don't need it. All the minimum entry requirement is to be human, right? That's it, right? You don't even have to be able to write or read, because you can dictate to someone else, right? Anyone who can tell a good story, and we all know those people. We've met them in bars or at work or whatever. Someone who can tell a good story, writer. Bob Zemeckis, right, said you can write your way into movies, which is absolutely true. If you write a fantastic film script and take it to Hollywood, it will be made. Because let's face it, how many good scripts are there kicking around Hollywood? Not many, right? So I thought, yeah, this is a brilliant idea. Write your way into movies. So I started writing these scripts, to try and have a fantastic idea. And I had what I thought was a fantastic idea, but perhaps wasn't that terrific anyway. Then I heard, right, that Graham Greene, right, because he wrote the script of like one of the best films ever made, The Third Man, right. I discovered that what he used to do was write a 30,000 word treatment and then change it into a film script. So what he was doing was he was taking the characters, the situations, and he was fleshing them out as a short story, right, and then he would make the film script from that. So that's what I started doing. So I started writing a 30,000 word or a 10,000 word treatment for a story, which carried on narratively, and this is what happened, blah blah blah, and it all sort of fits up there. But I discovered along the way that the actual purity of the written word, with just me and a pencil, right, was actually much more exciting, because I was doing all the jobs and had all the control, and didn't have to worry about the Jenny running out of diesel or something. So or an actress who wouldn't come out of a Winnebago. So I started just carrying on with the short story idea, and then I found myself falling in love with just prose, and then I started writing all these novels. But I mean, the other thing about writing, I mean, first of all, you've got to know that you can do it. The other bit is you've just got to put in the hours, and it's like anything. It's like any skill that you learn. I personally, it's my belief that you're not particularly born with any skill or whatever. You have to learn it, and it's like anything. It's like stripping down cars or anything. It's a skill you have to learn, and writing's exactly the same. Music, I mean, it's just stuff you have to do, and it's that 10 years that I spent and the 6.5 novels, which me not. I don't see that as me being rejected by publishers. I see that as me learning their trade, and that's what I say to any people wanting to be an author. Right? Is okay. Long term, right? This is your plan, okay? If you're 23 now, terrific, okay? Put this in your mind. You're going to be published when you're 35, and you're going to have 8 novels under your belt, okay? That is where you want to be thinking. Not, I'm going to write this book, it's going to be fantastic, and I'm going to be published next year. Might happen, probably won't. Okay, when you want to be published, right, the mountain possible that you're climbing, right, is to be published, okay? Now, when you get there and you've climbed this peak, this mountain possible, right, and you've got to the top, hooray, I'm published. And then all of a sudden you peek over the top, and then there's like another mountain peak, right, which says getting established, right, and then another one beyond that that's like staying writing. That's the career. Because so many authors, right, they get there and they've been crawling up there and using all this energy, and they get to the mountaintop and it's all, well, it's all going to happen for me. And of course it doesn't. You've got to go on. They have this sort of thing called second book syndrome, right, where you just go, yeah, that'll be all right. I'll just write anything and they'll love me. No. You've got to come up with some good stuff for number 2, and you've got to sell it like it's going out of business, and then you've got to do number 3, and you've got to work, and it goes on and on and on and on. Okay, 10 years to get published, 10 years to get established. This is a long haul, long term. Never let up for even 1 second. And unless, of course, you have another career, or maybe you're got a trust fund or anything, and it's all right, in which case you don't have to bother too much. But if you want to be an author and you want to stay there, you cannot let up on that energy level. You just got to keep on going, keep on writing. How can I make it better? I mean, if there's any advice to anyone who's writing, you know, the only advice is write better books, you know. And if you stick with that in your head, write better books. Okay, but last book was quite good. You go, well, write a better one. And you go, that is the way to succeed as an author. Always have in the back of your mind, write better books, tell funnier stories, you know, think up not bizarre ideas, make more exciting characters, make more real characters. Always just go better, 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 better.